Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. What's up? Good Sunday afternoon, guys. What's up? AW here, Aaron Ward, as you see down below. Laying the Smackdown, my sports wrestling channel. Help me get to 400 subs, please. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, and I'm sorry. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. Well, actually, just one topic. But, okay, before we get to the CM Punk stuff, so yeah, help me get to 400 subs. If you're new here, please sub to me if you're into wrestling and sports. Down below, smash that like button. Please, please, please. Also, share this out on all social media platforms. Twitter, X, Threads, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, MySpace. No, I'm kidding about the MySpace. But yeah, share this out. If anybody need help my channel grow, please. So yeah, so let's. All right, thank you. Yeah, you like my avatar, guys? This has been taken from Payback. Yeah, John Cena. So, hope you like it. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, you could follow my Twitter account down below. They're right there. Please. Let's get into this stuff. Let's get into this. You know what? I put in my headset. You know what? Yeah, here's my headset. I wasn't gonna use it, but I am gonna use it. But here we go. Right. All right. Let's do this. Okay. I wonder if I. All right. Let's do this, man. All right, let's do this. So Phil Brooks. Should WWE bring back Phil Brooks? He wants to go back. Should WWE be interested? Will he be welcome back in the locker room? Will WWE welcome him back? Will they accept him? We're gonna have a discussion based on this. Okay, a discussion. And just a minute, guys. All right. And we're going to talk about that. All right, let's do it. As you know, CM Punk is not in WWE anymore. Not in WWE anymore. Okay? I mean, not in AEW. I'm sorry. My mistake. Not in AEW anymore. Hi, Anthony. AEW anymore. He's been let go, fired, released, whatever you want to call it, terminated. All right? From AEW. When was it terminated? Yeah, this week. Mid this week, I guess. No, he was terminated. No, he was terminated on. Oh yeah, he was terminated on Payback last Saturday. Yeah, a week ago, 8 days ago. Yeah, I remember 8 days ago. That's when it came out with the release of CM Punk. When AEW released CM Punk. Yeah, 8 days ago. It was on Saturday. Thank you. Yeah, but he could say that, but I don't like that talk, man. I don't like that. Wrestling a broomstick? That's yeah, he's getting paid well, but you're saying it's okay if I want to wrestle a broomstick. What? Nobody wants to see you wrestle a broomstick, okay, man? That's ridiculous. And that's not passion. That's not talking passionate there. I'm sorry. I don't like that kind of answer. Okay. CM Punk wants to go back to WWE. I think that's true. He made it perfectly clear last year he wanted to go back to WWE, okay? 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 He was trying. He was trying. He never really contacted them because he couldn't really contact WWE based on a suspension of last year, right? Last year around this time. Right? He can't contact them because he was still under contract with AEW. So he couldn't contact WWE unless AEW gave you permission, okay? Because he had a contract with AEW. Also, okay? And he probably thought he was going to get fired then. That's why, he thought about going back to WWE. Here's the thing. There's only one spot for him to go back to. Anyways, if you want to continue wrestling, his independent demand, it's giving me so much money, man. I don't know. There's no company out there that could probably pay him money he would want to wrestle on independence, okay? They get 1,000, 2,000 people, 500 to 1,000, 2,000 people. There's no independent company that could probably do that, okay? I'm sorry. I don't even think Impact he's not going to Impact. Okay, he was getting 7 figures from AEW, okay? He was getting 7 figures in the $1 million range and multiple 7 figures. So it's more than 1 million. There really is only one company in the rest of the world that can offer him 7 figures. That's not AEW. It's WWE. WWE. And obviously, if he does go back to WWE, it'll be they'll pay him 7 figures because it's CM Punk and how the traction he gets in the wrestling universe. It's just no, okay. And the table, the stuff that it brings to the table, to the company. So obviously it'd be 7 figures. Obviously, if he goes only WWE and AEW can afford that. Okay. Okay. And now Endeavor owns WWE. Denver is we're gonna complete the sale of WWE. This fully have control of WWE this fall. This fall. Okay? This fall. They're going to have they're going to have completion of the sale of WWE to Endeavor. Okay? And that's when Endeavor's fully in control. They're starting to get stuff in place, right? And they're the ones who are going to be they're the ones going to be, it's going to be their money. And I'm sure people working on the WWE side under them, they're going to be the ones bring ideas to the table. Who maybe maybe we should sign this guy. Maybe I think it'd be good for a company. I think it'd be good for wrestling. And CM Punk, Endeavor might be interested in CM Punk, right? They own UFC, and UFC has a lot of controversial people that people hate, people don't like. Okay, there's a lot of people in the UFC that we don't like. Okay, people don't like, and they're shitheads. Now, CM Punk tried UFC mixed martial arts. Yeah, CM Punk doesn't really have anything. Okay. Besides, maybe I don't know, try his hand continuing some acting work. I guess with heels. I don't know. But if he wants to continue wrestling, there's only one company that could really, really afford him, and that's WWE. And to me, to me, to me, if WWE is interested, I would sit down with the talent of the roster and say, I would ask them your thoughts about possibly bringing this superstar, bringing back CM Punk. I would ask them bringing back CM Punk into the fold. Okay, I asked, especially the ones at the top, the leaders, like the Roman Reigns, who is back obviously is like the number one superstar in WWE, but he is also the leader. I would ask with Roman Reigns, like, what are your thoughts? Seth Rollins, well, Seth Rollins has made it perfectly clear of what he thinks about CM Punk. He doesn't like him, and he doesn't really want him in WWE or back. So, like that. And I know there's others that don't like him in WWE. I know there's others. I know the Miz and CM Punk had beef, but they kind of made up. I know, but Booker T is not winning WWE, but he kind of works with WWE. He does commentate for NXT. He does not like CM Punk. He never did like CM Punk. I don't know who else. I would assume some of the people are friends with the Young Bucks. I know there's a bunch of talent in WWE who are friends with the Young Bucks. Cody Rhodes. I don't know if Cody Rhodes would be interested in working with CM Punk. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, the Good Brothers. They have history with the Young Bucks. They're friends with the Young Bucks. They're friends with Omega. I don't know if they'd be so excited about CM Punk possibly coming to WWE. Okay. I mean, from a business perspective, CM Punk would do well for WWE. Obviously, from a business perspective, okay, he would drive. I mean, yeah. People will watch TV. People will watch Raw or SmackDown. More people will watch Raw or SmackDown if CM Punk was on TV. People buy the merchandise. Of course, CM Punk, if he comes back to WWE, it's gonna blow everybody's minds. Okay, and this thing, and CM Punk is not the first time where Vince made up with disgruntled talent. Okay, he's done it a lot. Well, WWE has done it a lot. They've made up with disgruntled talent a lot. Ultimate Warrior, Bruno, Bret Hart. Bret Hart's a perfect one. Bret Hart, man. They made up with Bret Hart 2010 when he came back. Bret Hart, him and his relationship with WWE for a long time, but it's not exactly on good terms, right? Like they weren't talking. They weren't really. Yeah, Bret Hart was angry towards WWE, but they made up. They made peace. So it is possible. And CM Punk is no spring chicken, man. He's in his mid-40s. He's a mid-40-year-old wrestler, getting up there in age. Okay? Getting up there in age. Now, the problem with CM Punk is, as a person, and I said this, a lot of people are saying this, he's the type of guy that he thinks himself as a leader, but the problem with him as a leader, the way he tries to lead does not come off like he means well. It comes off like, no, we do it this way to benefit him, not the product. Okay? To benefit him. Also, he's the type of wrestler. He's the type of guy from what we've been know. He's the guy who's gonna talk. He's the guy who's gonna dish out trash. Dish out the stuff he says. But once somebody else says something about him, he can't take it. He can't handle. He can't handle the comebacks that are towards him. Okay, he could dish out. He could dish out talking about other people, whether it's a shoot promo, whether it's a backstage interview, whether it's a press conference, or whatever, whether it's on Twitter or Instagram, wherever. But once somebody else says it, is in wrestling. Once it's another wrestler, a fellow wrestler, or maybe somebody in management says something about CM Punk in a negative light, he can't. He gets so sensitive and he can't take it. He can't. He could dish it, but he can't take it. That's the type of guy CM Punk is. And there's one word for that kind of person. Two words, I'll say. Hypocritical, very hypocritical. All right. Anybody who, if you could take it, if anybody could dish it out, you should be able to take it, right? And if you can't, it makes you look like a hypocrite, okay? Also, it makes him look like a coward, right? It also makes him look like a coward, a chicken. He's a guy who comes off, someone who's always had a chip on the shoulder, right? And he's had a difficult life, a difficult upbringing. I think that definitely has something to play into his life, his lifestyle. Okay. I think that's true. And I think because he did not grow up with a great family. His family life is defunct. It was a dysfunctional family. There's a lot of things. There's a reason why his family is the reason he's straight edge. But I think I don't problem straight edge people. But I think him being straight edge, himself personally, I think he takes a straight edge stuff. Okay, straight edge people should take stuff seriously. Obviously, they do. But I think with Punk, I think he sees it as a way that he's better than everybody else. Okay? Like, I'm straight edge. That makes me better than you, man. That makes me better than you. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I don't do pills. I think that's how. And he uses that as a tool to say making him look himself like he's better than you. Okay? And it's good if people are straight edge. No problem if people are straight edge, all right? It's good. You don't take drugs, you don't take alcohol. That's good. That's good. It's good. But him, on the other, I think he takes it like to a point where his straight edginess, his straight edginess is a way he makes himself look narcissistic and looks arrogant. That he's better than somebody who's not straight edge. Okay? And that's, I don't like that. I was a punk. Okay. Now, when it comes to WWE, he's been in the WWE locker room before, but the locker room since he's left is very different. It's very different. It's a very different atmosphere from what has been reported since he left and now. It's a very different atmosphere. It's not this atmosphere where the wrestlers feel like, what's going to happen with me? What's going to happen with my character? Where am I going to go with it? Where's my character going to go down the line? When am I going to get on TV? When am I going to get on TV? When am I going to be on TV? When am I going to get my segment? When am I going to get, are you going to use me in a way that I could capitalize on my talent? Now it's different. There's more of a positive atmosphere. And even when McMahon was in charge, there became a little bit more positive. Now there definitely is a much more positive atmosphere with Triple H in charge. I don't even think Roman Reigns wants to wrestle CM Punk, but that'd be a huge match. I don't think Roman Reigns likes Punk either. But I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now, I think about Punk. How does WWE and and I see people talking about Punk and criticizing AEW for letting the stuff get leaked out to the dirt sheets and media about the stuff backstage and how AEW backstage, there's this chaos going around. And Tony Khan was letting the talent run the show. And you know what? So to some degree, I agree. But we're Vinicius. You know what? I've been a wrestling fan for a long time. We're forgetting the times where Eric Bischoff backstage was basically being pressured by certain talent to do things their way. The main event in WCW, most of the time WCW is always the same guys on top. Nobody would advance. And Eric Bischoff was certainly should have the balls, the guts to do the exact same thing. Now Eric Bischoff will deny it. But you know what? He's no different than Tony Khan. I'm sorry. Like in that way. Now, Vince McMahon, guys, if it's WWE, this wouldn't get leaked out, this wouldn't happen, the stuff like this wouldn't happen in WWE. Vince McMahon let Shawn Michaels and the Click run mugshot in the mid-90s. Do you know how many wrestlers are alive or dead? You can find some dead wrestlers on YouTube talking about the Click in a negative light, and you can find some alive wrestlers talking about the Click in a negative light, and how the Click, Shawn Michaels, specifically mostly Shawn Michaels, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, whatever. Okay? Yes, I know Scott Hall is not with us anymore, but the Click and continue Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Triple H applies to them all. How the Click played with everybody in WWE in the mid-90s and how they were able to get Vince to do what they wanted. They're responsible for, you know what? This is not going to work. This guy's not going to work. You know what? Let's make sure he does. He gets fired. Vince fires him. You know what? How about this, me and you in the main event instead of me versus me, Shawn Michaels versus Kevin Nash in the main event instead of Shawn Michaels versus, like, for example, Lex Luger in the main event. Let's make sure that happens. Let's make sure things go our way. To benefit us. And their excuses is to benefit wrestling. That's what they tried. No. It was to benefit them, not the betterment of wrestling. So don't give me the shit. If it was this stuff that happened to Tony Khan is such a relax, somebody who's Mark, whatever, somebody like that. That's the talent one mugshot. Vince McMahon did it too, man, with the Click. He let Shawn Michaels do it. He let the Click run stuff over him. Okay, he let the Click boss him around. Okay? Freaking ask Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas, the franchise Shane Douglas, talked about the Click. He has a podcast on YouTube now, brand new, very good. He's very intelligent. He's very, very insightful, Shane Douglas. He talks about the Click all the time because he was a victim of the Click. Talk about him. He was a victim of the Click. Brian Adams, aka not Brian Adams, Brian Clark, A-Bomb, aka A-Bomb, a Raph from WCW, talks about the Click in the negative light all the time. Okay, Bam Bigelow. I like it. That'd be great. That'd be something. That'd be interesting, man. Bam Bigelow, who's passed away, rest in peace. But there's an old interview with Bam Bigelow from 2001, 2002, 2000, around then. Really good interview. He talks about the Click in the negative light too. So don't give me the shit that Tony Khan lets everybody. Tony Khan lets the talent dictate everything. One boss him around. Okay, Vince McMahon did it too. Okay, he let Hogan do it in the 80s. In the 80s, he let Hogan do it. Oh yeah, his podcast would be like, no, his podcast might be the number one podcast right away, man. If he goes on YouTube and has one of those podcasts on YouTube, Oh my god, he'll get like 100K subs and right away, man. Guarantee it. You get 100K subs so quick. And I'll probably be one of the subs. I'm telling you right now. So all those people criticizing Tony Khan, and I'm one of them. Don't look back at Vince McMahon and Eric Bischoff. He did the exact same thing, okay? With certain individuals, okay? So don't give me this crap that, oh, Tony Khan is letting the wrestlers run in the locker room, run everything. You know, Vince and Eric, that happen all the time. Okay? And the thing is, in WWE, if CM Punk goes back to WWE, yes, the thing is, it's going to be more. Well, actually, with Triple H in charge, the talent has a little bit more freedom to say what to do, what they want than AEW. But there's definitely going to be more constraints in there. There's definitely going to be more, I would say more stable. It'll be more of a stable backstage environment. Now, this guy may not like it. CM Punk seems like a guy who does not like being told what to do. Okay, right? And he may be coming back in the WWE locker room, and he may be a guy ready, make himself feel like the leader, right? He's gonna be make himself known, and make himself. He's already known, but like make himself like, oh, hi guys, yeah, I'm running the locker room now. And with this kind of attitude, you could see that, and you got Roman Reigns be like standing up and be like, no, you're not, bro. I'm running this locker room. And if you think you're gonna come here, run everything, and tell people what to do, and I don't know if Roman Reigns is only the locker room leader, there's probably others, but if you can, that stuff you pull in AEW, whether you started or not, don't pull that shit here, man. You're not pulling that crap here, okay? Okay, you're not pulling that crap. You did it. You did it back when you were first one in WWE. You did it in AEW. You did it in AEW, and you were back here. You're not pulling a crap. You're not pulling that crap. You're crap again. Okay, you're crap here in WWE. If I was Roman Reigns, whoever the leader of the locker room is, if I was Roman Reigns, I would go up to him and say that. Okay, and let him know. Let CM Punk know. And CM Punk is all butthurt, which he's been known to do. Well, too bad. You know what? You could leave WWE and leave wrestling because guess what? There's people in leaderships, right? There's people who try to be a leader but don't know how to lead, right? And there's people that are not leader that don't try to be a leader but lead. Okay. If you know what I mean, right? CM Punk to me comes as someone who's trying to lead, but doesn't know how to lead the proper way. Okay. And the WWE locker is very different. It's a very different locker room WWE and AEW. It will be welcome back. I think some wrestlers will welcome him back. I do. I still think he has some friends in there. I do think he still has some friends in WWE. I don't know who his friends are, but I think he does. But I also think there's some people who open arms welcome back, and there's people in there to be like, no, I don't know if this is good. It's good because the morale in AEW once he came to AEW, they all thought AEW, oh, we got a boost, we got CM Punk, man. The morale's been taking a hit ever since CM Punk when he came back to AEW. It's like, I'll tell you one thing. You're a sports team, right? There could be one player on a sports team, any sport you name, any sport, that could derail a team's morale. And a team may not do good because of the morale of this one player, because this player gives off bad vibes, right? Now, okay? And I think Well, I don't know. Like this is, I'm gonna go off a little bit of a tangent, a little bit off a wrestling here, because I don't think it would greatly affect Philadelphia. But with Harden there, that could really affect the morale of that team with Harden there. Okay, and we'll see if I think Philadelphia is talented enough to make the playoffs, but could the stink of Harden there, the presence of Harden being there, could affect the placement in the playoffs? Could he? There should be talent enough to be a top 4 seed, but with Harden being there, would he struggle to be a top 4 seed? Would he end up? Could he end up being just a bottom 4 seed from 5 to 8, or even a playing game because of that Harden? Can Harden dramatically affect how well the Sixers play because of his presence there and one being traded? You know, it's in sports, it's hard to play with a teammate that has to be traded. It really does. It really does. Because you don't know if you can trust this guy. And that's what I got from CM Punk. Can you trust him? Can you trust him? Can you trust? Because you don't know he go off, will he go off? And that be like, I mean, I think it might be interesting. I personally think there might be a little interest of it. Obviously, business to do well. Business Skywalker, CM Punk there. No question about it. I think, of course, with this, there's money in this. There's definitely money in Roman Reigns or CM Punk. There's money in CM Punk and Kevin Owens. There's money in CM Punk and Seth Rollins. There's money in CM Punk and AJ Styles. There's money in AEW you could do CM Punk with. There's things you could do CM Punk with. There's money. But the creativity might be sheltered a little bit. And he'll be going to a locker room. Like, CM Punk has to understand this. If he goes to the WWE locker room, he's not the leader. And he has to fall in line in some way, right? Because he's the type of guy that doesn't really fall in line. CM Punk is his own guy. He doesn't fall in line, right? But in WWE, you got to fall in line in the pecking order of the locker room. Okay? You got to earn, like, I think CM Punk, obviously he's earned the respect of what he's done in the wrestling universe as a performer, when you see him on TV and stuff, and the magnitude, that magnitude he brings. But as a person backstage, I think he has to earn that, okay? Earn that with WWE, because he did walk out on WWE and he did get fired from AEW. You got to earn your reputation, your reputation again before they take you, before the WWE locker room, especially with the wrestlers, your peers, take you, as someone they can believe in you again. You gotta. I know CM Punk is a guy. He's a guy who says it all, right? He's not afraid to say what he feels, but sometimes you gotta let that go, keep that in house, and just play the game. Play the game. Okay? Okay? And play the game. And you can say how you feel in promos if the other people accepts it, right? All right? But sometimes you have to put your personal feelings aside and sometimes let it go. There's people, I know, a couple people that worked in the industry. I don't know if it's Eric Bischoff or Kevin Nash. Some podcasts, some former executives, producers, or some former wrestlers suggest maybe CM Punk needs to see a therapist, because he really does, he really does find himself in trouble, right? And he seems like the type of guy, like, you know what? It's not my fault. It's their fault. It's their fault, right? Like, he's not the one taking. I'm sorry, I was watching a football game. Take accountability for his actions. It's always somebody else's fault. That Jack Perry thing, that incident that he basically got fired on. I think if he did not threaten Tony Khan, and based on Tony Khan's, little video before we fired him, that video came out, that statement, why he had to let him go. I think if he didn't threaten Tony Khan or Tony Khan feared for his life. I don't know how real is that, how much threatened he was. I don't know. And, there's apparently there's videotape out there. Maybe we'll get videotape. Maybe the videotape will be released. Maybe somebody will leak it. Right? Stadium footage. Right? Wembley Stadium, a bunch of footage there. Security, whatever. But I think if he did not threaten Tony Khan or anybody else got hurt, that's not that's like production team, or if anybody getting like that collaterally got involved, right? Would have got collaterally involved and not involved, like people working on the monitors, agents, a production crew, whatever. If they didn't end up getting involved collaterally, and Tony Khan didn't end up getting involved, I mean, Tony Khan had to step in to try to stop it. But if he felt threatened, if he didn't get threatened, and those others didn't get collateral, I think Punk would be suspended still. But I don't think he would have been fired. I think he would still be in AEW if he did not threaten Tony Khan or get others feel scared, threatened by him. I think if he just had a fight, little skirmish with Jack Perry, I think he would still be in AEW right now. Suspended, but I still think he would have a job in AEW. I really do. But when you threaten your boss, or you put your hands on your boss to I don't know what extent or whatever, and others didn't feel safe, collaterally did not feel safe. Like I said, you probably have to let him go. I'll give you a story. 1991-92. There was this wrestler named Nails. Okay. Now, this is true. Wrestler named Nails. He was a character that was a former convict, and his attire was basically a convict-like costume. His outfit was a convict-like type costume. Orange prison costume, and with the numbers. Your number, right? The prison number you have, right? That was basically his gimmick. But this happened in real life. Backstage in real life show, he got fired. He was in WWE for like 3 months. The reason he got fired was there was something he didn't like from the boss, Vince McMahon, and he actually physically put his hands on Vince McMahon's neck and was choking him. Okay, and he got fired for that. If you threaten, listen to me. If your boss feels threatened, in any job by the employee, you're not going to have a job. You're going to let you go. Okay. And if they feel the other employees feel threatened, you're going to get rid of that person who is the one that they feel afraid of. Okay. It's just how it is. Now, apparently there was a private altercation between the two, Tony Khan and CM Punk. I don't know. Now, like, the WWE, this is how you do it, guys. This is how you do it. If you bring back CM Punk, when you negotiate with them, Triple H is there. Some of the Endeavor representatives are there. Triple H is there, Endeavor representatives. Whoever's running Endeavor, Triple H is there. Bring some wrestlers like Roman Reigns, whoever there, and lay out the law to CM Punk. Let them know you can't pull this kind of crap you did 7-8 years ago in WWE back then, and you can't pull the kind of crap that was perceived in AEW. Okay, and if you agree to this, we'll sign you. But you gotta promise us you'll try to do better. Okay? You try. You know what? For the benefit of the business. Okay? Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. For the benefit of WWE. Okay? Because nobody likes a sore loser. On a team. And to me, WWE is a team. The superstars are a team. They're all there to help each other out, right? Yeah, some wrestlers, are not going to be main eventers, okay? but they're there to help each other out, right? They're supportive of each other. Now, not every wrestler is friends. Not every wrestler is friends. Some might not even like each other. That's normal in any job, any profession. But you got to put that aside for the benefit of the job. And CM Punk is the type of guy who thinks he's doing it for the who thinks he's doing it for the benefit of wrestling, the benefit of the time AEW, but he's really doing it for himself. He just doesn't realize that. Okay? You know how it's like, you watch these movie TV shows when these certain leaders that say, you know what, I'm doing this for the benefit of our team, our family, and then you have a family members. No, you're not. You're doing this for yourself. That's CM Punk. That's CM Punk right there in a nutshell. Okay. Okay, so they should be interested, but like I said, there has to be rules. There has to be stuff placed. They have to talk to him, and they have to be strict, forefront with him, strict, blunt with them. No BS with him. Be honest with him too. Don't lie to his face. Please don't lie to his face. Don't lie to him. I think that's disrespecting him, though. That's disrespecting him. And you know what happens when you do that. But don't lie. Like, be blunt. Be strict. Be truthful. Be truthful with him. Don't BS him. And talk to the locker room. Because I think there's certain individuals, like I said, how they don't feel warmly to him, kindly to him. Talk to the locker room and we say we're going to bring him in, but we understand your concerns We'll try to keep this under control, managers. We'll talk to him first because you got to do it because I know some people. There's some people who are business shells. Some business shells out there. I do wrestling podcasts. Yeah, who cares? You know what? There's always been backstage problems all the time. Wrestling. Yeah, but who cares? Just do it for the business. Do it for the business. You make money. Yeah, it's true. But don't you want the people involved to be happy? Happy? It's just business. Sometimes money is not happiness, guys. You ever thought of that? There's those wrestlers that turn down contracts. There's people that turn down larger contracts. Okay. I'll give you an example. Recent athletes. There's been recent athletes that turn down larger contracts to sign with the team they want to be happy with. They think they're going to be happy with. Sometimes money is not everything, guys. Money is not everything. Business is not everything. Okay? Happiness is everything. Being in a good locker room, being good morale, being among your peers, having fun with your peers, playing video games, with each other, joking around, playing cards, right? And there's one guy that can ruin all that. Okay? You gotta stop being. You gotta put away your business. Okay. Listen to me. There's been sports teams in the past that have huge egos. That teams they don't do well. It's business. Yeah, teams don't do well. Guess what? The stadium, less people go to the stadium, less gate revenue, stuff like that, But Anthony right here is perfectly right. And don't cater to him. I'm sorry, but It's I don't care if he's friends with James Gunn, okay? I don't care. He's okay. I don't care if he's friends with James Gunn. I know he's a huge comic book fan, okay? I don't care. I know he is. I know he is. It's obvious he is. I know. But God. It's just ridiculous. Who I don't know, man. Like seriously. So if you want to do stuff with Kev, I mean, I just know like this Anthony right here. This is a WrestleMania match right here. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. It's a WrestleMania match. It's a WrestleMania match. It definitely is. There's like look from a fan standpoint. Obviously, from a fan standpoint, I'm gonna view this as a fan standpoint. There's a lot of people I want to see CM Punk wrestle in WWE. I said it before, like 10, 15 minutes ago. And I think you have credible matches with, stories with. From a business standpoint, I think that of course WWE would do well with him in the WWE from a business standpoint, but from a locker room standpoint, from a backstage standpoint, is CM Punk the risk? Okay, because in AEW there seems to be there was a divided locker room with CM Punk, with some people on CM Punk's side and others on non-CM Punk side. It seemed to be divided. Could it be the case in WWE? That could be the case in WWE. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm done on this subject. Thank you guys. You know, pretty good football game between the Philadelphia Eagles and New England. New England's giving them a fight. But yeah, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And tomorrow it's all about wrestling, episode 81. We'll talk about wrestling news, whatever. Take care, guys.